Greetings, history enthusiasts. Today we embark on an epic journey through the annals of time to explore the pivotal Battle of Ain Jalut. I'm Hamad, and if you enjoy unraveling the mysteries of the past, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's dive into the story of Ain Jalut, a battle that changed the course of history. The Battle of Ain Jalut, fought on 3 September 1260, between the Bahri Mamluks of Egypt and the Mongol Empire, stands as a crucial turning point in history. This confrontation near the spring of Ain Jalut in southeastern Galilee, situated in the Jezreel Valley, marked the first time the Mongols faced a permanent setback in their westward expansion. This essay explores the historical context, events leading up to the battle, the confrontation itself, and its profound aftermath. The backdrop of the Battle of Ain Jalut lies in the Mongol Empire's relentless westward expansion under the leadership of Möngke Khan. In 1258, Hulagu Khan, Möngke's brother, captured and sacked Baghdad, a monumental event that sent shockwaves throughout the region. Following this triumph, Hulagu sent envoys to Cairo, demanding Qutuz to surrender Egypt. However, Qutuz's defiant response, which involved killing the envoys and displaying their heads on the Bab Zuwayla Gate of Cairo, set the stage for further conflict. Möngke Khan's death in battle against the Southern Song triggered a chain of events leading to Hulagu's return to Mongolia, leaving Kitbuka in command of Mongol forces west of the Euphrates. Learning of these developments, Qutuz quickly advanced his army from Cairo towards Palestine. Kitbuka sacked Sidon and turned south towards the spring of Harod to confront Qutuz's forces. The Battle of Ain Jalut unfolded with strategic maneuvers, highlighting the Mamluks' adept use of hit-and-run tactics and a feigned retreat led by Mamluk General Baybars. Qutuz's final flanking maneuver forced the Mongol army to retreat toward Bisan. A decisive counterattack by the Mamluks, resulting in the death of many Mongols, including Kitbuka, marked the battle's culmination. This confrontation is historically significant as it prevented the Mongols from expanding their influence further west. It also represented the first of two defeats the Mongols would face in their attempts to invade Egypt and the Levant, with the Battle of Marj al-Safar in 1303 constituting the second. Moreover, the Battle of Ain Jalut witnessed the earliest known use of the hand cannon in any military conflict, a technological innovation employed by the Mamluks to intimidate the Mongol armies. The inception of Möngke Khan's Great Khan rule in 1251 marked the beginning of the Mongol Empire's pursuit of Genghis Khan's plan for a world empire. Möngke entrusted his brother Hulagu Khan with the task of subduing nations in the west. The assembly of the Mongol army took 5 years, culminating in Hulagu's preparedness to begin invasions in 1256. Operating from the Mongol base in Persia, Hulagu's campaign led to the conquest of powerful dynasties and the fall of cities like Baghdad and Damascus. The Mongol invasion encountered resistance from various regions, including the Cilician Armenians and Frankish forces from the Principality of Antioch, who joined the Mongol army. The fall of the Assassins in Persia, the destruction of the Abbasid Caliphate of Baghdad, and the collapse of the Ayyubid dynasty in Damascus all contributed to the Mongol Empire's consolidation of power. Hulagu's plan was to proceed southwards through the Kingdom of Jerusalem towards the Mamluk Sultanate, aiming to confront the major Islamic power in the region. In 1260, Hulagu sent envoys to Qutuz in Cairo, demanding his surrender. Qutuz's response, involving the killing of envoys and the public display of their heads on Bab Zuwayla, intensified hostilities. Hulagu withdrew from the Levant with the bulk of his army, leaving approximately 10,000 troops under the command of Kitbuka. Until the late 20th century, historians believed that Hulagu's sudden retreat resulted from the power dynamic shifting due to Möngke Khan's death. However, contemporary documentation discovered in the 1980s contradicts this, revealing that Hulagu withdrew due to logistical challenges, exhaustion of fodder in the region, and adherence to Mongol customs, such as withdrawing to cooler lands for the summer. Upon learning of Hulagu's departure, Mamluk Sultan Qutuz rapidly assembled a large army at Cairo and invaded Palestine. Kitbuka's forces, based at Baalbek, proceeded south from their base, passing east of Lake Tiberias into Lower Galilee. Qutuz formed an alliance with fellow Mamluk Baibars, choosing to unite against the common threat posed by the Mongols, who had captured Damascus and most of Bilad ash-Sham. The Mongols attempted to form a Franco-Mongol alliance or demand the submission of the Crusader Kingdom of Jerusalem, centered on Acre. However, Pope Alexander IV forbade it, leading to tensions between the Franks and the Mongols. An incident in Sidon, resulting in the death of one of Kitbuka's grandsons, further escalated hostilities. The barons of Acre, approached by both the Mongols and the Mamluks, opted for cautious neutrality between the two forces. In an unusual move, the Crusaders allowed the Egyptian Mamluks to march north through the Crusader states unmolested and even resupply near Acre. When news of the Mongols crossing the Jordan River arrived, Sultan Qutuz and his forces proceeded southeast toward the spring called Ain Jalut in the Jezreel Valley. The battle commenced with the Mongols, accompanied by troops from the Kingdom of Georgia and Armenian forces from Cilicia advancing. The Mamluks, with knowledge of the terrain, capitalized on their advantage by hiding the bulk of their force in the highlands. Mamluk General Baibars led hit-and-run tactics, provoking the Mongol troops and preserving the bulk of his forces. As the Mongols carried out a heavy assault, Baibars and his men feigned a final retreat to draw the Mongols into the highlands, where the rest of the Mamluk forces were concealed. The Mongol leader, Kitbuka, fell into the trap, marching forward with all his troops on the trail of the fleeing Mamluks. When the Mongols reached the highlands, Mamluk forces emerged from hiding, surrounding the Mongols on all sides. The Battle of Ain Jalut witnessed intense fighting, with the Mongols aggressively attempting to break out. Qutuz, watching from a distance, intervened at a crucial moment. Seeing the left wing of the Mamluk army almost destroyed, he threw away his combat helmet, rallying his warriors by crying out, "O Islam! O Allah, grant your servant Qutuz a victory against these Mongols." Rushing fiercely towards the battlefield and yelling, "Wa Islama! O my Islam!" Qutuz urged his army to advance and push back the Mongols. The battle eventually shifted towards the Mamluks, who held both geographic and psychological advantages. The Mongols, forced to retreat, regrouped and launched a counterattack. However, the Mamluks emerged victorious, and Kitbuka perished along with much of the Mongol army. The aftermath of the Battle of Ain Jalut had profound consequences for the region. Hulagu Khan ordered the execution of the last Ayyubid emir of Aleppo and Damascus, An-Nasir Yusuf. The Mamluks captured Damascus and Aleppo, marking a significant shift in power. On the way back to Cairo after the victory at Ain Jalut, Qutuz was assassinated by emirs in a conspiracy led by Baibars, who subsequently became the new sultan. Local Ayyubid emirs, aligned with the Mamluk Sultanate, defeated another Mongol force at Homs, ending the first Mongol expedition into Syria. Internecine conflict and strategic alliances prevented Hulagu Khan from avenging the defeat at Ain Jalut. Berke Khan, Khan of the Golden Horde to the north, converted to Islam and distanced himself from Hulagu's actions, leading to the fragmentation of the unified Mongol Empire. Hulagu's attempts to retaliate against the Mamluks were thwarted by raids from Berke Khan, culminating in a severe defeat in 1263. This marked the first open war among the Mongols, and signaled the end of the unified empire. Hulagu Khan died in 1265, succeeded by his son, Abaka. The Muslim Mamluks continued to defeat the Mongols in subsequent battles, securing their dominance in the region. Despite one victory for the Mongols at the Battle of Wadi al-Khaznadar, they never returned to Syria, concluding a chapter in history that witnessed the resilience and strategic brilliance of the Mamluks at the Battle of Ain Jalut.